Hey, you're here with Rachele Brooke Smith. I am an American actress, model, singer, and dancer, and I am hanging with Gem TV on Time with the Stars. Now, the first question that they asked me was, how do I manage all the different activities that I do? And my answer to that would be that I find things that I love to do, because I believe if you love to do something, you're not even going to realize how hard you're working at it and how much time you're spending on it, because you love what you do. And every different thing that I get involved in, I make sure that I love it before I put my 100% into it. The second question is what inspired me to start dancing. And I actually grew up a gymnast and broke my hand, had surgery, and now I have 6 pins in my hand. And from then, I found acting, dancing, and singing and found out that I could actually love my life, because as a gymnast, I was a stressed out little girl, and when I found dancing, I actually enjoyed every day. And I believe the power of music and dance to inspire and to motivate others is limitless. And I'm so grateful to be able to do that with my life and be able to move my body the way that I do, and I work really, really hard at it every day. The next question is, instead of specializing in one dance style, you ventured into several different genres. Do you immediately seek professional training when you become interested in any dance? And I would say that anybody that's looking into, that loves dance, that wants to be involved in dance, is to don't limit yourself to just one different style, because there are so many different styles and each one helps the other. I grew up not loving ballet very much, but I loved hip hop. And then when I got older, I had to do a scholarship program, where I had to dance 8 hours every single day, all different kinds of dance. Hip hop, ballet, tap, modern, lyrical, salsa, and anything you could think of. And it was the best thing I've ever done. The hardest thing, but the best thing. So I would challenge anybody that's into one specific kind of dance to venture out and try something completely different, because it will only help the style that you love that much more. Believe it or not, after I started taking ballet more seriously, my hip hop got so much better. The next question is, how did you venture into acting? And like I said, I found acting, dancing, and singing about the same time when I was about 14 years old, and I just fell in love with it. I started at a school in Phoenix where I grew up, at an acting school, and I love playing different characters, and I love to make people laugh. I love to be silly and weird and different, and I think that was the biggest thing. Also, when I saw a movie called Center Stage, the first film, I saw the movie and I was so inspired by it that when the whole theater had left, I just sat there and I just cried, and I said, I'm going to do that with my life. I'm going to be that girl. And I was so blessed years later, after tons and tons of hard work and audition after audition after audition, to get to play the lead in the sequel to that film, Center Stage, Turn It Up. So to me, different actresses that I saw and different movies that I saw changed my life and make my life better every day, and I want to be an inspiration to people that watch them. So that's how I got into acting. And it says, you're featured in movies, series, videos, commercials. It seems like quite a stressful line of work. How do you cope? Yes, it can be very stressful, but I think with any job there's come stress, and it's all in your mindset. I think perspective is everything, and it's all in how you look at it. So anytime I start to feel myself getting stressed out, I just think, I take a deep breath, and I just remind myself that your well-being is always the most important. And I try to find a way to make it fun, because I believe that anything can be fun, you just have to find that way. For me, a lot of times, it's turning up the music and dancing out a bit, getting all that crazy stress out of my system, and then stepping forward and knowing that I am enough, that everybody is special and unique in their own way. And what makes you special is that you are the only you that there will ever be. There will never be another you that can do exactly what you can do. And I think that is brilliant and beautiful, and I think we need to celebrate that. The next question was, what was your biggest moment in your career? That's a rough question. The biggest moment in my career, honestly, I don't think that I could pick a biggest moment. I think one of the most surreal moments that I ever had was when I was actually flying to Vancouver to do my first lead in a film, which was that Center Stage, Turn It Up film, because that was my childhood dream, was to be able to be, that girl in the movie that I saw that inspired me so much. And so I think that right when I landed on Vancouver, my first day of filming on a huge movie set, being a lead in a film, was overwhelming and crazy and emotional and stressful, but wonderful all at the same time. So that was that. It says, you have a huge soft spot for less privileged, and that's why you are very much involved in their lives even. Is there a particular story for your kind gestures? I would say I feel very, very blessed to get to constantly live my dream every day. So I have always, I think the more love you give, the more you get back. And I'm obsessed with, I guess, seeing other people smile and making them happy or making them laugh. So anytime I see somebody that might be sad or less fortunate than I am, the first thing I want to do is help them. And I believe that when you help other people, it only makes your life better. And so I'm just grateful for every time that I get to do something to help somebody else. And I also believe that when I don't feel happy inside, the first thing that I do is try to find somebody that I can reach out to help, because it always lifts my spirits as well as theirs. You have ventured into singing recently. How is that going? I recently got into singing. It's going great. I have my first song, Blindside, on iTunes, which you can check that link out on iTunes. It's called Blindside, and I wrote that song, and it's all about that challenges can happen in your life, but a lot of those times, the most challenging things are the best things that could ever happen to you. I actually broke my foot recently, and it was really, really hard, but it's also been the best thing that ever happened to me, because it made me more focused, more driven, more centered, everything. And I know that after I recover from this injury, I'm going to be better and stronger and faster than ever before. And I also have a couple more songs coming out. They'll be coming out next year. One's called Shut Up, Live on the Floor, and a Christmas song for next season as well. It says, you have gotten this far in these many achievements. How does that make you feel? All that I've got to accomplish makes me feel very excited and grateful. It also, once again, is so much a perspective, because once you accomplish something, you always want to keep reaching to that next goal. And advice that I would give to anybody who's going after dreams is, when you accomplish them, don't let them pass you by. Really try and, I'd take some deep breaths and really take around your surroundings, so that you don't forget those beautiful, beautiful moments that you worked so hard to achieve. The second thing is to always have another dream that you're reaching after. Never just settle, because after you reach one, you want to keep having something that you're striving for and living for that's going to keep you motivated and ready to take on each new day. The last question is, what are your future goals to achieve in your life and your career? And I would say my future goals are to work with Sandra Bullock, because I love her so much. I'm kind of ridiculously obsessed with Sandra Bullock. So I'm just putting it out there right now that I'm going to do some great lead films, some great feature films with her, as well as being an action hero in films, because I love martial arts. I love boxing and Muay Thai and sword. I recently started sword training because I want to be ready for when those roles come. I started a couple new films next year that involve a lot more kind of action and fighting and stuff, so I'm very, very excited about that. But just to keep inspiring and to keep motivating any viewers that are willing to watch, I think that's my biggest dream. If I can make somebody else's day better because they saw some work that I did, then I have achieved more than I could ever imagine. So thank you so much, guys. That's my story, and it is brought to you by Gem Productions. Keep watching. Again, you're here with Rachele Brooke Smith. And I always say this at the end of my show, Unbreakable Dreams. You can go to my website, unbreakabledreams.com. You can bend, but never break. Stay unbreakable.